It's an idea that probably doesn't get talked enough. Kindness. And sometimes you have to cling to that after something difficult has happened. And we have a great story to share with everybody today on CoastLife. I want you all to join me in introducing, this is Jackie Kurtz. She is the author of Kindness Heroes, Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things. Right off the jump, I love the idea of that. So first, just before we get into the backstory, because that's going to matter in this situation, but even just that line there, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, what does that mean to you?
It means there are people like us. They're parents, teachers, kids. They're just neighbors. They're not famous. They're not billionaires. They're not celebrities. It means that anybody can be a kindness hero. That's what it means to me.
What led you to wanting to write this book?
So in 2017, our son died, Matt, and we were shattered. It was awful. But through our grief and all of it, we knew we wanted to find a way to honor him. And he was the most open-hearted, non-judgmental person. And he truly believed that small acts of kindness could change the world. And he lived his life that way. And after he died, so many people came to us and talked about how his kindness impacted their lives. And from that, we said kindness is the way to carry him forward with us. We called it Matt's Kindness Ripples On. And we were looking for people. We wanted people to nominate someone who lived a life of kindness like Matt did. And we were going to give 2 awards for that to 2 people a year. And then we also wanted to help grow kindness. So we were looking for people that had kindness projects that maybe they needed help funding with. So we were going to give 2 grants a year to that. And after we would give an award or a grant, I would write about it and share their story. So we've given away over $25,000 in awards and grants, and proceeds from the book will go to fund more kindness heroes. And so we're up to giving a grant or an award every single month, and our grants are up to $500 each time. So we've grown organically, and surprisingly, we didn't expect this, but I love it. I love that all this kindness is being done in Matt's name.
You've got all sorts of stories about kindness in here, but I'm going to ask you maybe it's an easy question or maybe it's a very tough question. What does kindness mean to you?
I would say kindness is seeing the humanity in other people, recognizing that everyone suffers, and responding to everyone with an open heart.
I think that that's a tremendous way to put it. You wrote this book, and I just found this out before we started doing the interview. Nobody knew you were writing it. Your husband didn't know you were writing it. You were kind of doing this on the sly.
Right.
At what point did you go, okay, this is really coming together. I've got some good stories. The writing is working. I'm going to try to now take this and turn it into something.
Yeah. Probably a good 6 or 7 months into writing, because I just wanted to make sure it was really going to happen. And at that point, I felt like I was very proud of what was becoming. It's 61 individual stories. There are a couple of pages each, and at the end of each story is a reflection and a kindness question. So I wanted to involve the reader and have them think about how it could impact them, or just think about some questions about what that person did and how they could have an impact also. So I was proud of the format too. I felt like this is a book that I'm hoping people will read and say, wow, I know I'm guilty of saying I'm only one person, what can I do? This book shows you what one person can do. There's 61 of them that were just one person started. So, and also I hope that everybody reads it and is inspired to spread their own kindness in whatever way resonates with them. And maybe in their mind think, this is for Matt.
I have just a few more questions for you here. Number one, for some of the grants that you guys give out, that sort of thing, how does somebody get put up for that? Maybe somebody's like, my neighbor did this great thing. How do they get in contact with your organization?
Yeah. So it's mattskindnessrippleson.com, and there's a nominate tab. You just click on that, and you can nominate anybody. Just write a few sentences of why they deserve the nomination or why they inspire you. Same thing with the grants. There's a submit an idea at mattskindnessrippleson.com, and you can submit what your kindness project is and what you're going to use the $500 for.
And where do people find this book? Because one of the things that I think is so interesting about this, and I think that it would be great to have as a bedside reader, or you take it to the beach with you, is that because it's individual stories with that little reflection at the end, you don't have to read the whole thing in one go. It can be nice little nuggets to make you just feel a little brighter and a little better. So where can people find this?
So let me just share. One mom said to me, in her car she keeps the book, and when she drives her preteens and teens to an event, either she reads or one of them read a story, and they talk about the reflection and the kindness question. And she said the connection and the conversation has been amazing. With hard to get teens to talk sometimes.
A little bit
right?
difficult. You got to get them trapped in the car first, and then you got to get them in a conversation.
And then they get out, and everybody's feeling good and inspired, and they go to whatever they're at, which I was just blown away by that idea. I thought that was wonderful. So you can go to my author website is JackieKurtz.mattskindnessrippleson.com, and that's where you can read more about the book and about me and where to buy it. But locally, the Greyhound bookstore in Berlin has it. The Pam's Hallmark in the Ocean City Outlets has it, and the Art League of Ocean City has it.
Well, thank you so much for bringing this in, and thank you for sharing your story. For anybody at home, by the way, that hasn't quite figured it out yet because of that car ride anecdote you told us, maybe a great Mother's Day opportunity here. You guys can then share some of these things together, connect with mom, get her something that's going to make her smile. Just a thought there. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, we are going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. There's more Coast Life after this.